really didn't produce all that much. 21 goals his third season. Was there ever any time that you said to yourself, hey, this fellow might not make it the way they think he should?
Well, I don't say that any of us thought he would do what he did, win all the scoring titles, but it's a good question, Dick, because at the time, Guy, I think it was about his second year, his contract was coming to a conclusion, and of course the WHA had formed and they were after him. And I remember in a playoff series with Chicago, having Guy Lafleur come down to the Forum. We were staying up in Laurentians, and but prior to that, Sam Pollock had called both Claude Ruel and myself in and asked us, we can't match the kind of offer that the WHA is going to make as far as we can offer more security and a longer time, but he asked, would this player always be able to be you know, better than average player in the league, because he was getting a long contract. And I think we both felt that when Guy was 24 or 25, he was going to be the type of player that every team would like to have, but I don't think any of us thought really that he was going to lead the league in scoring. And like you mentioned, 3 years, it should have been a fourth because he got the injury. And,
right.
And of course, I don't really think we all thought he was going to do, but he just kept getting better and better, and that was the story.
How was he to handle? Did he ever get down on himself? Did you ever have to give him any special treatment?
I think at the beginning there was an awful lot of pressure on Guy. Two reasons. As we know, he was coming in to replace Jean Beliveau, and we were at the time searching to get a little better center ice position. And Guy had played center in junior, but I find it even now, it's tough for a young player to come in. If they're a centerman and they have to face off against these other good centermen, Guy could play center, but he never could get the ability to. I don't think they worry about the face-offs as much as the coaches or their own team. But he just seemed to, at the beginning, I think he was holding back a little bit, and we were conscious of it. And there's a lot of pressure on him to play strong defense, and maybe that was part of our responsibility, that we maybe stressed it a bit too much. But he became a complete player, but I think the biggest thing he brought to the team was the fact that his own team, plus the other team, there's only a few that have that aura about them, and I think he was right there, that, you know, you have to watch him every second. I knew even in the last game that he scored in Montreal, ironically enough, very few occasions did Craig Ramsay not play against him. He wasn't on the ice when Guy scored his last goal, and I kind of felt it was my responsibility.
Was he the kind of a player you could sense he was in for a big night? Did he change that way, or was he pretty well constantly great during the good times he had?
Well, he was I think when he was having a big night, you knew it. He was always tense, and he was really uptight, especially in the big games. And it seemed to me that when he was like that, he was going to play his best. He was really, I think he shouldered the responsibility very well. And of course, being on a good team helped as well. I think the players were conscious of pressure. I think the players on the team were more conscious of the pressure that he was under than he was under himself. And that made them play a little bit better to keep the pressure off. And of course, he kept the pressure off everybody.
How do you rank him in his time? Was he the best?
Oh, he was far the best. In that stretch of 4 seasons that we won the Cup every year, look what he did in the regular season, look for the durability, look for what he did in the playoffs. And, you know, I just had the same feeling about him, and of course I was younger, that I had when Maurice Richard played for Canadians. If somebody's going to score a big goal, you just felt that it was going to be the Rocket. And I think Guy was much the same type of player.
Scotty, it was, I guess, for you an honor to coach him. You arrived at the right time. Certainly, you were definitely a part of the Guy Lafleur story, that's for sure. Scotty Bowman, guesting with us in the second intermission. Hockey Night in Canada on CBC continues.